Today, let's talk about the ribosome, the super important protein maker in your body. You see, every cell in your body has DNA, and your genetic information is copied to it. But what's really important about DNA are the products it encodes for. So DNA is only in the nucleus of our cells. If we want to read and translate that DNA into anything useful, we first have to make a short-term disposable copy. So the first step would be transcribing DNA into RNA. This RNA copy is then read by ribosomes and translated into proteins. And this path of DNA to RNA to proteins is the basis of all life, known as the central dogma of molecular biology. But what are proteins really? Well, really simply, proteins are the tools our cells use to get things done, like replication, transport, and energy. You see, proteins take on all these shapes and sizes, but are essentially just really long chains of single amino acid molecules. So essentially, mRNA is just a bunch of information that gives ribosomes instructions on what to build. So let's say we wanted to translate some RNA code into a protein. What would we need? Well, for starters, ribosomes are actually made of two parts that work together. So we'll need our small ribosomal subunit and our large one. Next, we'll need our RNA code. After all, without it, there'd be nothing to read from. Lastly, we'll need some little helper molecules called tRNA that are going to be carrying the amino acid molecules for us. Now for the actual translation process, first off, the small ribosome is going to attach to the mRNA and look for a start codon. From there, the ribosome literally rides along the mRNA 3 letters at a time, adding amino acids to the chain as tRNA come and go from the ribosome. This process will continue forever until the ribosome finds its stop codon, which tells it to stop translating, release the newly made protein, and dissociate. So why are ribosomes so important? Well, let's say for example you had some mutation in a gene that codes for ribosome. Well, that mutant gene would lead to an incorrect reading, making a mutant ribosome from it, and mutant ribosomes can't read anything properly, which means your body's going to have no functioning proteins. And this is why ribosomes are so important, because their proteins could mean anything. A lack of energy-generating proteins can result in neurodevelopmental disease like Lay syndrome. A lack of proteins like regular cell death could lead to tumor growth and cancer. And insulin's a protein. Malfunctioning insulin can result in something like diabetes.
Created using Powtoon.